Hey guys, welcome back for another deck take. Today, I don't feel like spending a lot of money, so our goal is to beat the deck for less than $5. And I had a few ideas, but the deck I'm gonna show you today is a mono White Weenie deck, very aggressive deck, and it has a lot of potential for upgrades. If you don't know what a White Weenie deck is, we're basically going to play a lot of small white creatures, be very aggressive, and try to close the game as fast as possible. So let's get started. Let's start with the creature, as usual. And here we have two interesting creatures. The first one is a playset of Venerable Knight. It is a 2-1 for 1, so that's some really good stats for our deck. And when it dies, we can put a +1/+1 counter on the Knight. We have a few in his deck, so that's a great creature. The second creature is Fairy Godmother. It's just a 1-1 flying for 1, but it has an adventure, so basically it has 2 cards in 1. We can use its adventure later in the game to push more damage. So that's a nice aggressive creature. If you wanna upgrade it, I suggest replacing it by Healer's Orc, because the lifelink is very important in this deck. Let's talk about our 2-drop creatures. First, we have a playset of Ajani Pridemate. I know you've seen that card hundreds of times in budget deck, but that's for a good reason. It's a 2-2 for 2, and every time we gain life, we're gonna put a +1/+1 counter on it, so it can get pretty big very quick. Then we have 3 copies of Dexos, Blazed by the Sun. It is a 2x for 2, and its toughness is equal to our devotion to white. So usually it would have a high toughness, but that's not important in our deck. What's really important is that whenever another creature we control dies or enters the battlefield, we're gonna gain 1 life. That's very powerful with our Ajani Pridemates. Our last 2-drop creature is not really a creature, but you get the idea. It is Raise the Alarm. For 2 mana you can create 2 1/1 token at instant speed, so that's pretty important. That can be a nice combat trick, or that can help us create a bigger army. On turn 3 we have some really good options. First we have 3 copies of Tyrannica, Aquarian Veteran. That's a 3/3 legendary creature with Vigilance, and every time it attacks, we can untap another of our creature and turn it into a 4/4 indestructible. So pretty great card for 3 mana. Then we have 3 copies of Linden, the Steadfast Queen. This is another 3/3 Vigilance for 3 mana. And whenever our white creature we control attacks, we gain 1 life. So that's synergized with our Ajani Pridemates, and we'll put a lot of +1/+1 counter on it really quick. We don't have any 5 draws, but we have a playset of Daybreak Chimera. It is a 3/3 flying for 5, and it costs X less to cast, where X is our devotion to white. So many times we can play this creature for only 2 or 3 mana, so that's a really good deal for 3/3 flying. We have 2 copies of Sir Align, the Lion's Claw. This is a 4/4 legendary creature with first strike, and whenever it attacks, other creature we control get +1/+1 until end of turn. And that's pretty nice, because many times we will have a large board. We have 2 other spells in our deck. First is a playset of Banishing Light. It costs 3 mana in an enchantment that will remove pretty much any non-land permanent, so we have a way to remove any problematic blocker. And our last spell is a playset of Phalanx Tactics. This is an instant that costs 2 mana and will give target creature we control +2/+1 until end of turn, and each other creature we control we get +1/+1. So that's a nice way to close the game if we have a large board. Or we can target a flyer. We have many options with that card. And finally, for our mana base, we're gonna use 21 basic plants. So that's it for today's deck. I know it has a lot of potential for upgrades. Maybe you already have some useful cards in your binder. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you would upgrade this deck. But I think for $5, that's pretty nice. It can be fun for a beginner, or just for someone who wants another deck. I hope you enjoyed it, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.